Most men trying to quit pornography are doing one thing that's actually keeping them stuck. And if you don't fix this first, you'll keep starting over again and again. Episode 1. Let's go. I want to start by saying thank you. If you've been following my work, if you're a client of mine, I genuinely appreciate you more than I can put into words. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm really glad you found this. My name is Michael Anderson. I'm a trained therapist. I specialize in trauma and behavior, specifically working with men who feel stuck in patterns like pornography and want to actually break free. I work one-on-one with men. I also created the Unbound program and community. And here's what this work is really about. This is bigger than just quitting pornography. I'm on a mission to help men become powerful husbands, powerful fathers, because we have a real opportunity here to change generations, to raise kids who are kind, courageous, resilient, curious. That's not small. That is sacred, amazing work. And pornography is quietly holding a lot of men back from becoming who they actually want to be for their spouse, for their kids, and building a legacy that deeply matters to them. That's why this work matters to me. In these episodes, I'm going to share the principles, strategies, and tools to help you rewire your brain so you can leave pornography behind, not through white knuckling it, not through sheer willpower, but by becoming the kind of man who no longer needs it. I want to start with one belief that I see destroying men's progress over and over. And that is, it's the belief that once you're in this, you're in it for life. Like the best you can do is manage it, fight it, control it. I don't believe that. I believe you can outgrow this fully. A while back, I was working with a client who had been making real progress, and then he slipped. He fell back into old patterns and he was crushed because in his mind, he had just lost everything. And I said something to him that really stopped him and made him think. I said, "Hey, man, I am not worried about counting days. I'm not worried about you." And that made him pause. And he's like, "What do you mean? Because I'm worried about me, right? So what do you mean you're not worried about me?" And I told him, let's just think about what this model of counting days as a measure of how well you're doing. Let's analyze how effective this is. What does this actually do for you? Let's say you go 2 months clean and then you slip. Does that mean you have to earn back 2 months just to return to where you were? And then what? Stack more time on top of that just to feel okay? Here's how the trap plays out. You go 6 days, you slip, you start over. You go 3 months, you slip. You say, I have to do all that again just to be good enough. Do you see what's happening? You're chasing a finish line that you can never reach. Keep playing this out with me. You hit 3 months. Are you healed now? Or do you need 6? And now do you need a year? Do you need 5 years? At what point do you finally get to say, I'm okay, I'm whole? Because if one slip resets everything, then you will never arrive and you'll always be living life on defense. So here's the shift. If pornography is something you use to escape, to numb, to avoid what you're actually feeling, then the solution is not how many days can I go without it? The real question is, am I willing to stop running from myself? This is why I use the word outgrow very intentionally. This work is not about managing a behavior. This is about learning how to outgrow the behavior. And I wish I could remember the guy who told me this, right? I was talking to a guy once and he was saying, my journey has been a lot more about outgrowing than overcoming because I'm becoming a man who no longer needs it. And I thought that was so cool. And I wish I could remember who I talked to. So if you ever watch this video, please message me so I can credit you from now on. But I remember telling this client, I said, look, the way we outgrow pornography is not by counting days, how long you can go. It's about learning how to become a man who stops running from himself. That's the man who can overcome pornography. I want you to look at the difference here. So the old mindset is, I just need to resist this urge, right? And now it's a battle. It's a daily fight and it is exhausting. New mindset. Something in me is trying to protect me right now. So instead of fighting, I'm going to get curious. What am I feeling? What am I trying to avoid? What do I actually need right now? That is a completely different game. And it's way more empowering. And so here's what matters most about this shift. You can start today. I don't care if you've used pornography multiple times today, right? I don't care. Right now, in this moment, you can decide, I'm going to become a man who no longer runs. If you're using the counting days model, then I use 15 times today. Like, man, I really stink. Okay, fine. We're done with that old mindset. Right now, we're in the mindset of, I'm becoming a man who no longer runs. And I can start that journey right now. If you're watching this video because moments before you just used pornography and you were really frustrated, so you started Google searching, how do I finally quit porn? And you found this video, I want you to just sit here for a second and realize, starting right now, just plant your flag in the ground right now. Starting right now, I'm becoming a man who no longer runs for myself. And that's how I'm going to outgrow pornography, not just resist it. Because now, even when you slip, we're not going to be perfect, right? There are going to be times where you do choose to use, even as you're working on outgrowing it. So even when that happens, you won't just go backwards. Instead, you'll go deeper. You will learn. You'll understand yourself. You'll build capacity. That's how real, lasting change happens. So I'll be real with you. Most men hear this and think, yeah, that makes sense, but they don't fully get it yet. Like not deep in their bones, not in their heart. And I was joking with, I'll sometimes joke with clients and say like, what I'm saying, I know you think you get it, but you don't really get it. And they're like, oh, okay, right. I'm like, it makes sense. Okay, I gotta stop running for myself. Got it. But it really takes time to learn, how do I really stop? How do I actually really put the weapons down with these parts of myself? How do I actually learn how to tap into deeper self-acceptance? That takes time. It takes practice. It takes consistency, and it takes reflection. But once it clicks, everything changes. So sit with this one. Listen to it again. So sit with this episode, listen to it again, think about it, talk to someone about it, and know this. I genuinely believe any man can outgrow pornography, you included. I don't care if you're like, well, I've been struggling with this for decades. I don't care if people have told you over and over again that once you're addicted, you're always going to be addicted. I don't care about any of that. I genuinely believe you can do this. So if this landed for you, here's your next step. I have a free community. And right now, when you join, you get immediate access to my 7-day reset. It's a structured guide to help you start breaking the cycle and understanding what's actually driving this. You'll also get access to live weekly Q&As where you can ask questions and get real support. The link's in the description. I'm really excited for this. I've had a group coaching program for a while now, but I wanted to create a community where men could say, you know what, I'm done going to Reddit boards where people just trauma dump and vent and complain about women, right? I'm done going to groups there where we all just circle around and talk about how much we suck, right? I'm done going to there. I want to go to a community where we actually learn what's the neuroscience behind this. Like, why do I keep going back to this even though I've been to the groups, I've been to therapy? Like, why do I keep going back to it? I want to create a community where men, good men who just want to show up powerfully for their kids, for their wives, like where they can just come and finally start to get tools. If that is you, then the link is in the description. You can join for free. Just come in and get started. And if you wouldn't mind, hit subscribe while you're at it, because I'm just getting started with this channel. And the more men who hit subscribe, the more YouTube will push this out to more men who are looking for real resources, real change. Thank you so, so much.